What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today I want to talk about some Nathaniel Hackett quotes where he talked about the New York Jets offense, and I think he hinted at a new look for the New York Jets offense in 2024, and I for damn sure hope it looks a little bit different in 2024 than it did in 2023. I'll go through the quote, I'll react to it, and I also have some stats that I wanted to show you that may boggle your mind slightly, but also give you some optimism for the 2024 season with the Jets offense. So here is the quote. Anytime you're in a second-year offense, it's a completely different feel from when you first start. You're installing plays, you're installing alignments, and you're talking about guys just trying to understand what they're doing. Now you can really detail it up. You could talk about the intricacies of the route. You can experiment with new plays, new motions, all kinds of different fun things. So it's been really good. I think the guys have really enjoyed it. Well, one, I really hope that's the case because the Jets last year, I thought, ran one of the most bland, predictable offenses in the NFL. Now, there are multiple reasons why this was the case. First, when talking about, let's talk Nathaniel Hackett first and then get into the rest of the issues with the New York Jets. As I discussed in all of 2023, there were so many reasons why the Jets offense was historically bad, and that's what it was. It was an historically bad offense, which is just sad. But one of them was Nathaniel Hackett was just that. He was bland, he was very predictable, and he wasn't very creative. Number two, and this is in no particular order, was the quarterback play was not particularly good. Whether it was Zach Wilson, Trevor Siemian, Tim Boyle, any of those three guys, all at points struggled, and none of those guys really, with any consistency, played well. There were flashes, that, right? You could point to a couple of, even whether it's quarters or games where guys looked good, but over the full sample, unfortunately, the Jets did not get anywhere close to competitive quarterback play. Then you get into like the offensive line being a disaster, 13 different offensive line combinations for the season, guys dropping passes, and you get, well, the 2023 New York Jets offense. It wasn't very pretty. So here's some statistics that back up the New York Jets having a bland offense. And sure, if you watched, you could just say, well, Matt, I watched all 17 games. I have eyes. They did not pass the eye test. That's true. Same for me. But maybe this will just add a little bit more context to why I thought it was so bland. So he talked about motion being one of the things. The Jets almost never motioned last year, 35.6% of the time, which was the third fewest in the NFL. You had teams towards the top, like Miami does it a ton. The Rams, the Chiefs, the Niners, those are teams who really do it often. Now, you don't have to be one of the top to have a successful offense. For instance, the Philadelphia Eagles were the fewest in the league, and at times the Philadelphia Eagles offense is really good. They are a good team more often than not. So it's not a perfect science, but that's too low of a number. It should be closer to 50%. On the predictable side of things, on first down, the New York Jets passed the ball just 9.2% of the time, which is 28th in the league. Now, I am not saying the Jets have to go away from their identity, which this year seems so obvious that they want to be a ground and pound team. They have Breece Hall, who's a bell cow running back. You draft two beasts in Braylon Allen and Isaiah Davis, who are more physical runners. I think they're going to run the ball a lot, and I'm not expecting the New York Jets to be in the top 10 even in passes, on first down, but you can't be that predictable. 9.2% of the time, meaning 90.8% of the time, not a math guy, never claimed to be. 90.8% of the time, the New York Jets are running the football. 90 one way or the other is just way too much. It is way too much. Again, you have to be a little bit more creative, mix in a play action, a rollout, give me something so you're not so predictable. And then finally, you get to average depth of target. So Zach Wilson's average depth of target last year was 7.9, which ranked him 26th in the league for qualifying quarterbacks, which is, obviously low. 26 is not very good. But Tim Boyle and Trevor Siemian did not throw enough passes in order for them to qualify. But if you change the qualifier to players who have thrown 50 or more passes, Tim Boyle and Trevor Siemian pop in there at 6.2. Their average depth of target was 6.2 yards, which would rank them 65th in the NFL. So the Jets were either trotting out Zach Wilson, who was 26th in the NFL in ADOT, or 65th in the NFL with Boyle and Simeon. Now, part of that is quarterback play, right? Some part of that is on the quarterback, and part of that is also on the play call. I'm not saying with, these guys that, behind a decrepit offensive line that they should have been doing 7-step drops and airing the ball out 40 yards down the field every play. That's not a realistic ask. But trying to portray why the offense will look different other than just, well, duh, Aaron Rodgers is here, which is, let's be honest, a large part of it. But also they're going to be able to do different things that they weren't able to do last year. Aaron Rodgers being a big part of that. The offensive line improving is also a major part of that. And something else, too, is another year in the system. All those things are going to help the Jets improve offensively. But oh my goodness gracious, how bad are some of those numbers that I just pointed out? Ooh, it makes my skin crawl. I don't like it. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. I appreciate you. Please, before you go, make sure to subscribe, share with a friend, give a like button before you get out of here. Hit the milk thumbs, as Green Bean says. I'm Matt O'Leary. I'll catch you guys next time.